people. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm up now. I'm up now. I got some energy now. As you can see, I'm up. I got the energy, y'all. You know, it was a little chilly in here. On the thermometer, it says 70 degrees, but y'all can see it say 72 now because I put that fire up. I'm gonna show y'all the fire that we got it right here. It's a nice, beautiful fire. Yep. It started as the log cabin way, and then I went to the TP method, you know. So I just been adding wood. There's some bark. Put at the top. It's like for his kindling. You know, it's getting it nice and hot. I got my shavings right here. This is what I started the fire with. And I got my baby Dream.
The Lord, He gives me peace. I thank Him on my knees. He gives me all I need. I can't go on, I'll never be lonely. The Lord, He gives me peace. I thank Him on my knees. He gives me all I need. I can't go on, I'll never be alone. The Lord, He gives me peace. I thank Him on my knees. He gives me all I need. I can't go on, I'll never be alone. The Lord, He gives me peace. I thank Him on my knees. He gives me all I need. I can't go on, I'll never be alone.
Raining yesterday, and it was raining the day before yesterday, and I was like, you know, all this rain right here is trying to get me not to work. Then I thought about it, and I was like, you know, God made rain for us to, you know, have water, you know, and God made dirt, you know, because He also made His land. And I was like, you know what? God made water, and God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. Look at this smoke, y'all. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Dirt don't hurt. So guess what? Rainfall ain't supposed to hurt either. So it don't matter if it's raining or nothing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I might get a little wet, but we're going to finish what we got to do today. First on the menu is this door, y'all. We need to make a door with a door frame. This door is terrible. Like it's not even in the door. It's like the door frame. And I know if I made a door frame, it would be better. Y'all, because look at this room. Look at this room, y'all. See, it's a nice room. You know? It's a really enclosed room, too, y'all. The only thing that's not closed is the door. You know, the windows got screens on it. Everything else is good except for the door. And the door is terrible, y'all. So, y'all know how I made my mobile house. Y'all saw how I made my mobile house. We had to put the, I had to put the door frame on the door before I put the door on, you know, so it could be able to open, close, right? All right, y'all. And for the tent, I'm not gonna lie, that whole bed thing, it got wet in there. Like, I don't know if it's because of the condensation or what, but that whole thing is wet. Like, this tent is trash. I had this tent in my storage for about 6-7 months, and it don't look that good. This is my station for, you know, getting, you know, this is my bathroom station. Hope y'all ain't see up in there. But, and also getting, you know, my firewood ready, you know, because this wood is wet. So when the wood wet, you got to go up in the middle. You got to go all the way in the middle. Let's go see how that fire looking. Woo! Woo! Y'all, my baby steady scratching. You know, I be scratching her. I be washing her. I got the tick flea spray. I got the, y'all, I got the baby, you know, the oatmeal shampoo, y'all. She's still scratching. Why you always scratching, baby? Oh, look at your eye. We finna get you right. Well, I know you can't see a damn thing. Okay, my baby can see again, y'all. At first, it was just this eye. Now, she needs some eye drop, y'all. I don't know what it is. You okay now, baby? Yeah, I be feeling on her skin, feeling for stuff, you know? Really scratching her. She like that spot right there. That spot? Yeah. She like that spot. That fire is burning real nice and long, y'all. I should have did this at night. But it's time to start getting some firewood. And y'all, it's raining. So all the firewood that I'm gonna have is wet. But, ew, look, this is what came out of her eye. It's like eye boogers or something. One day, you know, figure out what I'm gonna do for the installation for the roof, but for now, I think we're good. And you know, while the fire is blazing like this, y'all, you are more than able to go throw on some wet, you know, wood now, you know, because if the fire is blazing like that, then you can go ahead and throw some wood on it. Like right now, I could split this piece and then throw it on it, but this has actually been my hammer. Bing, bing, bing. So I'm gonna go ahead and find another piece so I can put it on it. Now, y'all can see it's wet, it's damp. Put it in the fire, watch this. I'm just gonna throw it in the back, boom. Look, it's smoky, but trust me, it's gonna burn it. Trust me, it's gonna burn it. It is going to burn it. And all these little ones right here, go ahead and push them in there. Ain't that beautiful? Look at that smoke. Look at that smoke. Not gonna lie, y'all, you know, with the water collects right here, I just wash the dishes. That's how I be washing the dishes. And I'm gonna also show y'all, you know, I got my bottles and stuff right here. So whenever my water capsule is done, you know, and I need a drink of water, I can just go ahead and take this bottle right here, bing, bing, bing. Boop, 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 boop. And then, you know, I can just say, Skrrt, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like that, y'all. How much water we got? Oh, how much we got? We feeling. We almost there, y'all. We almost to the, what's the name? Somebody was telling me to make, I might make a new rain capture for my tarp. I think with the wider space, you know, it has more to collect, and then just one outside point. I think that's what will, you know, really do it. And then, y'all, I also got all this wood over here. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this in the fire today. But yeah, this is gonna burn like crazy. And check the chimney. If it get too hot, it start burning stuff. So we don't want that to happen. As y'all can see, cause you see how it's starting to burn on that side. We don't want, you know, nothing bad to happen. But it's still coming out. It's still shooting out real nice. Real nice, y'all. So we just want to make sure that it stays at a consistent heat level. We don't want it to get too hot too fast. Y'all can see the fire it's starting to smolder. This is what you really want, y'all. You don't want for your fire to like just burn out. You want it to be hot and you want it to smolder, y'all. You want it to like slowly light on fire. You hear it? Like at the end of the day, you can still see it's cooking. So this is what I want to cook on, y'all. You know, if I wanted to cook something right now, I can just go ahead and throw this on it, put a pot over it, and it's just like that. And then when you come back to the fire, you ain't gonna have no fire. Look, y'all, when I had made a big bonfire out here, my little posts, they got burnt up. Look, they got ate up. So I might use those for a fire too, y'all. Y'all, I was so happy that I got to see my son yesterday, y'all. I was so happy, y'all. Like, it was very, very therapeutic, y'all. You know, just to be there just for a little one. You know, I know he don't understand everything that's going on in life, you know, but I do, right? And I see a lot of people be like, you know, jump up on your horse. You know, yeah, I am jumping up on my horse, but I'm not going to jump up on my horse and do what y'all want me to do. Y'all, the only thing a job do is take time for me and my son. So guess what? I'm going to make my own job. I'm going to make a new way. All right, y'all, so I just got done sweeping in here. I don't know if you see a whole bunch of dust bunnies. Yep, the reason you see a whole bunch of dust bunnies is because I was sweeping, so that's why I got the screen open. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it's hot. Look at that fire. That fire been burning for about 30, 45 minutes. And it's already came up 6 degrees in here. It's hot. I need to make a frame for this door. I'm working on this door first. So, with this frame, y'all saw that, right? I want it to be, because the outside is already basically done. So with this frame, I'm a kind of have to make an inside frame. It already has a top to it, but it doesn't have a bottom, right? So this will be the top of the frame, all right? And then I need to make a bottom. I need to make a side. And then I need to also make one for the post. So essentially, I really need like 3 or 4. I don't have as many good tools than I had that's in my storage. But at the end of the day, y'all, that's the whole part of being a carpenter, is manipulating wood. I've been seeing how to manipulate wood. It just takes a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I spend my time on that. You know? But look at it. See, look, this is the bottom of the frame. This is why this door has been able to close in and out. Good. The only thing that's really wrong with my door is all the gaps. Right? Because it has the door frame. It just too many gaps. See how you can see that big old gap right there? So instead of really just like taking all apart, I could just add on to it. This what it's looking like, y'all. See, it's still stuff flying around in here. That's why I keep the door open. See my baby sleeping. You know, I put my tarp, my hammock away, so some more space. But I want to make me that little cot thing so I can put it right here. But yeah, y'all. Told y'all. That fire looking good, y'all. And, you know, man, this, at the end of the day, y'all, this is a good life. I want y'all to know it is a good life, but it's just hard. Dream, we're going to take you a bath. We're going to take you another oatmeal bath today, y'all. All right, so I just got done sweeping this, but, you know, it's really dirty and stuff, so, you know, just for now, you know, I always just put, like, something there, you know, just catch it. Just, it's nice and soft. All right, come on, Tyson. Yeah, so I can probably catch a little bit of the stuff first. Place. Oh boy. All right, time to get some wood. All right, y'all. Gotta go get my shoes. Fire one out. It really don't affect me like that, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so I got my shoes. Tyson like, I'm going with you. You going with me, ain't you? He always going with me everywhere. That's my baby, I love him. So I got my jacket. Now that I got my jacket, I got my shoes. Now all I need is my gloves. All right, y'all, so I got my gloves right here. My nice and handy dandy gloves. You know, you need some gloves because you don't want to cut yourself. I didn't cut myself and poke myself plenty times out here. And it's not worth it. We also have our saw. And then I got my axe right here. All right? So I'm all prepared for real, for real. And this jacket is really just to keep me dry. You know, it's not about being warm or anything right now. It's just to keep me dry because it's really wet in these woods. And I don't want to come back home soaking. All right, but we got everything that we need. Hey, man. Let's go. All right, y'all. So, you know, I be seeing a lot of people, you know, they want me to build stuff and do a lot of cool stuff. But what y'all understand is not only does it take time, but it takes resources for me to be able to build these things. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It is very scary in these woods. I might not make it look so scary or something like that, y'all, but it is kind of scary, y'all. You know, and it's not only scary just because it's the woods. It's scary because you don't know what's out here. You know, it's dark, it's wet. You know, you're alone. So, but I got out of that. You know, the Lord ain't give me a spirit of fear, but only power, love, and a sound mind. So that's why I'm not scared no more. And, you know, once you've been in a certain place for, you know, a long period of time, how can you be scared of that? So anyway, y'all, we finna go and get some material, and yeah, man, stay tuned. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's very, very hard to find straight branches. Very hard. What's up, y'all? It's Scar, man, we back. So today, I'm about to seal up all these holes right here, and the way I'm gonna do it is I'm going to create a door frame and I'm just basically going to try to seal it up like that. I don't have any more hinges, and I don't have the transportation to go get any more, so it would be stupid for me to take the door off and not have a way to put the door back on. It does work well, y'all. It's just a push-in door, so we're gonna make sure it doesn't push in, and we're gonna make sure that the cracks are sealed. And then, yeah. You got space under it. Y'all can see, and we don't want that. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna try to twist it like this without messing it up. I might have to just take it out. Yep, see it? It just messed up. All right, so I gotta start from this side again. And we want it to be flat as it can. If it can't get flat, then that's when we start putting the dirt on it. All right, so I got the nails. There go my baby Tyson. And now we finna just go ahead and put these in real quick. You know, ain't nothing too hard, a little simple. Ain't nothing too hard. So if y'all don't know how to do this, you just basically hit it at a diagonal angle. But first, we wanna just try to get it in there. Just a little tap. All right, and now that it's tapped in a little bit, you wanna angle it diagonal to where you wanna go. And boom. Then you want to hit that thing. Close the door. It's still right there. Okay? So of course it's not going past that, but there's not really that much door there for it. Excuse me. Eventually I am going to have to make a new door, because the door is really supposed to stop right here, right? But, well, at the end of the day, we're gonna keep going, y'all. So that's step one. Step one is done. For this second space, you know, I got the bottom already, but you know, I want to get the top parallel. I don't think it's gonna be parallel completely, but what I could do, because I was looking at this, and I was seeing the notches, because I wanted to kind of poke out, but not really, right? And there's really not that much room in here to work with. But I was trying to see, and I wish I had a tape measure, but I don't got one. But I'm gonna show y'all what I do when I usually don't got one. Take me that long. I take a stick, usually a little long stick, something like that, and I measure it like that, and then I mark it. It's real simple, right? So I need about that long. But for this side, I want it to kind of poke out, right? That's what I wanted this part to be. Come on. Come on. All right, y'all, so boom. That's exactly what we wanted. Boom. So when it comes in, you hit this instantly. Boom. All right. That's the first part of the door frame. Now, I know what you're thinking. Scar, that's too short. Hey, man. It is what it is. For now. Until I can make a decent door, it's gonna have to be short. I'm gonna have to just keep it right here like this, and then what I'm thinking is just fill these in, continue to fill these in. So one right here, boom, and another one right here, and then just fill in the gaps, and then do the same thing for right here. I think it looks nice, y'all. I'm not gonna have it this low from right here. I'm gonna have it like that. And I'm gonna do it like this. So when it's right here, boom, hit right at that little notch. All right, y'all, so I had to move the floor, as you can see, but look, this is what we got for the door. So as you can see, the bottom is done, y'all. My phone did go dead, so I ended up doing the top, so I put 2 more up here, and then I put this slab on it so it wouldn't have nothing to push on it. Then it's attached to that, and then I'm not done yet. And then, y'all, what I did was I added this post right here. It goes all the way to the top, and you know it closes like that. But the door frame it's not done all the way, but closed. This is how it will look closed. You know, and I still got to fill in that gap right there, and then I'm gonna put some at the bottom, and it'll be fine, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all like it, and if y'all do, hit that like button. But I'm about to continue, y'all, so stay tuned, man. I'm gone. Y'all, I pulled back my little tarp so I can fix my door, and these frogs is right there. This is another frog. Jump, froggy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ew. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry that I wasn't recording all the way, y'all. I was fighting with this door the whole time. But we're finally done, y'all. Well, we're as done as we gonna be, y'all, because you can see it opens. All right, and then it closes, right? It's nice close, nice flush. Y'all, this was a hassle. I'm gonna show you what it's looking like from the inside. It was really this right here. I had to take this whole, I had to take the whole latch off and put it back on, y'all. It was so hard. Like, I tried so many different things, y'all, but all right, so this is what we got right here, y'all. Now, I know that it's still gonna be a little bit of gaps and stuff, but it's not gonna be as bad as it was. And I'm gonna fill dirt, and I'm gonna keep collecting the wood, y'all. So, you know, putting wood up here so it can be spaced out. I'm about to put the tarp back on and see what it look like now. Cause you see it opens. All right, we got a nice open, and then when we wanna close it, boom. All right, so I like that. Simple. It's a nice push out door. All right, this how you close it all the way. I like that. You know, I can put a lock right there. It won't be able to open. Simple. All right. Stay tuned, man. Whew. All right, y'all. So this the inside. You know, it's not that much space in the middle now. You know, the top is collected. The bottom, I might still have to put like, I mean, since it's closed in all the way, I don't think I really should put anything else down there. Unless I can make it a little taller. So, I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like outside. This how the outside looking. You know, it's nice. The only opening is at that bottom. You know, the sides got opening too, but I'm about to close that up too in a second. So, we got the door back working, swinging right. It's not leaning, right? And then it can close in. So, that's what I care about. Mainly it being flush and open and close and nothing really getting inside. You know, from this part, little rats could still get down there. So, we about to come up with a method. All right, y'all, my food is finally done. As you can see, it has crispy onions and cayenne pepper in it. It's delicious. Amen. We can go ahead and transfer that in another bowl. And then good night. All right, y'all, so as you can see, I transferred my food into this container. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Look like some Chinese food right here. I hit the spot, y'all. Now I'm gone. Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Hey, babies. Your eyes. Both your eyes is getting messed up. Move, Tyson. Alright. Time to get up. Come on. Alright, everybody, so I want to get some clay, as you can see. Right now, about to go on the inside. So I can go ahead and stuff it in here. As you can see, this is where I'm putting the clay at, right here at the bottom. All right. So I basically kind of want to lay it down, and then I'll put some rocks or something over it. But for the most part, I just wanted to get right there. Probably gonna need a lot more. But I wanna lay it down right here. And I wanna stack up so we can fill in these cracks right here. Stay tuned, y'all. All right, so that's a little bit better than how it was. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another pile, and I'm gonna do the outside, and then we'll come back. All right, here's my second load. I'm gonna get it in there, pack it in there good. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, so this is what it's looking like while it's closed. And it's still good, y'all. I just wanna make it a little bit more, you know, proof where stuff can't come inside. I did pack it, and it's all up, so I was like, you know what? I could use some rocks. And then I thought of it, and I was like, you know what? I could use some cinder blocks. It rhymes, so it's true. And I might just line them up and then put some more clay on it. All right, y'all, so I did it. There's a little hole right here. So what I did was I made a little bridge. So when you go this way now, nothing can come in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack all that up with clay, and then it should be okay. But for the most part, I know it look a little loppy, but it's good because ain't no clay, at least I know ain't no mice gonna be able to get inside from there. Right? Now, y'all let me know, because this is like the only space, the only open space that there is. All right, y'all let me know if there's any mice that can come in through here. And I'm trying to think what I should kind of do about that. I was gonna put a tarp over this just to make it a little bit more protective. And I guess that's it, y'all. Got our door. This is how it's looking. All right, y'all, so as you can see, we are done. Close the door. You don't see no spaces coming in through the side. You got a little space right here. And I could close that up. I might still close that up because, but this is how the inside look. I don't want to close the space because that's how I kind of close the door, but I can make a handle and I can pull it so I can close the door. But as you can see, there's no more opening right there, y'all. I got the sticks. It's only a little opening at the bottom. I think a rat could still fit through there. So I'm gonna try to do something about that. But for this part, you know, I'm probably just gonna put a little piece of wood right here just so I can stop that. All right, so I put the tarp on it. Just how it looks. All right. So as you can see, it is fully sealed from the inside. It's also fully sealed. You see how I tried to let the tarp, you know, kind of come out a little bit. Everything is sealed for the most part. Now I do see this part. This part is not sealed, so this is going to be a problem. Get bugs and stuff in here. I think I'm gonna shove a piece of wood right there and nail it down. But that's one thing. And then for this, I was gonna put a piece of wood at the bottom of it and just go across, and I think that should fix that right there. All right, everybody. So as you can see, I fixed that space in the door. So now it's only really this space and then this space. And y'all see I put the paper, well, I put the tarp around it, and then I put the lock on. So now it's really less space. Hey, babies. All right, it's time to eat my leftovers from yesterday. Back up. It's my food now. Delicioso. Can't forget. Thank you, Lord, for this food. I pray it nourish my body. In Jesus' name, amen. I told y'all, man, it ain't take nothing. I smashed that real quick, y'all. I might make some bread today so I can make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But I really want to make my cot. It's going to kind of look like this. Like my bench, but try to make it a little bit better. So, y'all stay tuned, man. It's Scar. I'm gone. All right, everybody. So here's the finished result of my cabin / outhouse / shed / game room / everything room, y'all. So I'm gonna show you what I did. Basically put a tarp on the outside of it, okay? And then I put a tarp on the inside of it as well on the bottom, okay? So I'm gonna show you what it's looking like. Oop. All right, y'all. So I put the tarp on the inside at the bottom to try to close up the gap, right? So I'm gonna show you what we got. All right, close it all the way. Hit that lock. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Hit that lock. Move that tarp back. Boom. All right, as you can see, we have no more space. It's literally like a little tiny space, but I don't think them rats can get under there, right? And then we just have everything packed up in here. Is that a spider? Oh, that's definitely a spider. Oh, that bitch looks scary. I'm trying to get out. All right, y'all, now. So I'm about to go ahead and put this up in here because, you know, I want to have my dogs up in here. Ain't no mice in here. Ain't no rats can get in. It's basically good. So I want to have a good spot for my dogs to have while I'm fixing the other door. As you can see, that's all I gotta do. Yep, all that work paid off. All right, y'all. I can do it with one hand. Yes, sir. Look at that. Ain't no rats getting up in here. All right. Look at that. I repeat, ain't no rats getting up in here. All right, y'all, so Put my babies in here. I want them to experience the great feeling before I do. I think they're gonna like it. Real comfortable.